Hello and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica, and this show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that this guy seems to step on. It's Monday the 8th. You can see from the video we have a different we've got a different setup today. I want to take the opportunity to, especially over the next few months, really dive into voice acting, pushing the limit for us to get better at our craft. I think now more than ever, it is so vital that we work on our performances for the sake of us, of course, booking more jobs, but because we're trying to make sure that we always perform better than our competition, like AI. All right. So anyways, I want to show what I'm looking at today is we're going to be looking at the nurturing, caring, compassionate, sympathetic read. And we've got a script. I've got a video that we're going to watch that we can get a great idea, which the voice actor does incredible in. And, we're going to kind of go through this script. It's not the script of the voice actor that does this video here, but I wanted to kind of share an example of a nurturing spot where this voice actor, she does an incredible job and it just sounds amazing. And then we're going to kind of go through this universal healthcare services spot to give you an idea of how we can apply the things that this voice actor does. Okay. Real quick, before we get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button as always. Also check out A VO's Journey Elite Academy below. These are the types of things that I teach there, amongst other things like marketing, and tech, etc. But this is kind of where I'm really pushing our main focus is performance, okay, and getting better at our acting. So, all right. So thank you guys for checking that out. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna listen to this spot. Which is a very nurturing, caring, and compassionate spot by this voice actor, and we're gonna listen to it and kind of dissect it real quick, and then get an idea of how that sounds. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a listen.
From the first loving touch, everything that touches your baby should be this comforting. That's why Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand, wraps your baby in breathable softness to help keep their skin dry and healthy. So every touch is as comforting as the first. Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand.
All right. So I mean, she did amazing. I just really thought that was excellent. And a couple of things that you noticed in there, first off, is when you're doing something nurturing, right, we want a softer tone, right? We want a softer tone. We can accomplish this by lowering the volume of our voice, okay? So if we're getting close, and this is a good time to talk about proximity to the microphone. The closer we get to the microphone, the more intimate feeling that we can get. You can use it for different purposes. Like you can use it for suspense, but you can also use it for a feeling of security, okay? Or in this case, compassion, etc., sympathy. But we get to a little closer to our microphone and we lower the volume of our voice. So we're getting closer. If you notice in this, she had this sort of whispery type of breathy sound. Okay. And that gives us a feeling of, non-combative, kindness, like we're talking about here, compassion and sympathy and caring. Okay, so the first lesson here with this type of voiceover is we want to lower our volume a little bit. Okay, add a little bit more of a whispery breath, a breathy type of delivery. Okay, another thing too is that there was not so much of an authoritative declarative statements, meaning like everything wasn't just so, this is the way it is. It didn't follow this path where we start up here and we just end down in a beeline. Like we started here at the beginning of a sentence to start up here, and then this is how it is. I believe in this, and you're going to believe in this. and we're going to believe in this together. It's not, you know what I mean? That's more of an authoritative tone, but not this, right? There's more of a play on a higher pitch. Also, you notice that in this, she has, because she's low, and this is an incredible thing that I've learned over time, I want to teach it to you, is that because when you lower the volume and you don't try to push as hard from your diaphragm and you start to use more of your throat, right, from a more conversational, compassionate point that we're making in here, you'll start to get this, you'll notice that you get this little, like you can kind of hear me talking about, it's this little glottal, right, this little movement in your throat where, again, it becomes this more non-threatening, more of from a place of wisdom. Okay. And you know, there's a lot of psychology, I think, that goes into this in our brains and how we view the way things are said. But in this particular sense, it allows you to give that kind of feeling. So if we're going to apply this idea to this universal health services spot, all right, then we want to, you know, again, lower the volume of our voice, which is going to give us the ability to play around with our voice more. Because when we're speaking from our diaphragm, it forces us to open up our throat and everything, which is great. But because of that, we lose some of the dynamic that we can do when we don't push as hard. All right. Like, have you ever tried to sing, whether you're good at it or not, and, you know, the softer you sing, you realize that you can often do a little bit, you could do more, and sometimes it seems like it sounds better and stuff because, you know, a lot of times, you know, controlling all of that air and stuff is very challenging. So it's easier to control less. And for what we do, okay, the microphone is like our diaphragm, right? The microphone amplifies what we do, so we don't have to push it like an actor, you know, has to on a stage or someone speaking in front of a large crowd, right? This does the work for us. This is our amplification, not our diaphragm. All right, so we're going to do this spot. We're going to make it a little bit quieter. We're going to make it a little bit more whispery, more from a sense of breathiness, okay? And we're going to play around with the pitch. Maybe not be so deep in pitch. Okay, but the cool thing is when you lower the volume, again, you can play around with your voice some. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to check this out. Okay, go. Let's have some coffee. All right, let's try this first sentence. Quality care is a powerful bond between the patient and caregiver. It drives our people and our passion to improve lives. All right, so let's go ahead and try that with this type of read now. All right, here we go. So I'm getting closer to the mic, as you can see. All right. Quality care is a powerful bond between the patient and caregiver. It drives our people and our passion to improve lives. All right, so you can see that on that one, what I did is, you know, I got closer to the microphone. I lowered the volume of my voice, okay? Now, remember, I said lower the volume, not necessarily the pitch. I made it more breathier, more whisper. Now, we're using this script, whether the direction or whatever, this is, you know, I'm just using the script to show you what we can do. All right, so let's do the next one. Patients are our top priority. Quality healthcare is our passion. And transforming lives through responsible practices is our mission. Universal Health Services. Care from the heart. And I want to give you one last thing that really ties it all up in a beautiful bow. And that is smile. Use that smile. You can hear it. Listen. Universal Health Services. Care from the heart. You can hear it, right? You can hear the smile. And, you know, I know you can see me smiling, so that's part of it, but you really can. I know you know this, but don't forget it. It makes a big difference. It's incredible the things that we can hear, right? Because of the way our mouth is shaped and the words come out, the frequencies come out, and we pick that up. So use that to your advantage, all right? So this nurturing read, caring, compassionate, sympathetic, all right? We've identified lowering your volume, making it more whispery by making it more breathy, utilizing the different pitch levels that you can when your throat is not so forced open by your diaphragm, which we use in other reads. But in this one, we don't need to. It actually plays to our benefit. Let that glottal come out of your throat. Let that sound come out. If you don't have it, that's fine too. But, let that grow. And then on top of that, at the end, don't forget, use that smile. It really makes a difference. You can hear it, and it makes us feel good. It makes us feel that caring and compassion. All right. I hope you guys, let me move this away a little bit and hopefully talk a little bit louder again. I hope you guys really got something from this. I wish I knew this voice actress's name. She did incredible, and I give her props for this really beautiful voiceover. And I think this video was from a couple years ago, but it really drives home just the nurturing type of read, right, and the caring and compassion and everything, which the brand is all about as well. So and I hope today that you've got a couple of things that you can put in your tool belt. And this goes to our broader picture of building archetypes. This morning I did on Coffee Time, I talked about, starting as a voice actor, we have to realize that we're called upon on the drop of a dime to do a voiceover, and we don't have time to practice. We don't have time to get, go for a long, walk and live the role and the method style of acting pushes an actor to discover their performance through self-awareness. Okay, well, we don't have time to do that when it comes to different pieces. We have to build that. We have to pre-build it. Okay, so using this nurturing archetype, we can then put that into our tool belt. And when it comes time for us to say, okay, this is the type of read, we want a nurturing read, bam, we have something to pull out of our belt that we can use right away. And we can make modifications on the fly by improving our improvisational skills, but we still need that base. And this is the type of work we can do to grow it. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this with somebody you think who needs it. And also check out Avio's Journey Elite Academy. We'd love to have you there, and we're offering 50% off the first month to try us out. All right, guys, thank you so much. You have a good one. Goodbye.